Hey everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of the Ramble Room, where conversations go in, well, whatever direction they want. I'm Gia.
And I'm Rain. We're so happy you're here with us as we kick off this brand new adventure, basically just chatting about whatever pops into our heads. Today, we're letting you in on who we are, how this podcast even started, and why we think you'll have a great time hanging out with us.
Think of this as us inviting you into our little corner of the internet, where we talk about life, hobbies, random thoughts, and yes, sometimes we might even make sense.
Sometimes, but not always. Anyway, let's get into it. So, Gia, I feel like you should go first. Who is Gia beyond the mic?
All right, I'm Gia. I graduated about 6 years ago with a bachelor's in library and information science. I've always been into books, research, and organizing things. Later, I went back to school for a bachelor's in information technology majoring in software development, but right now I'm on a leave of absence due to some unavoidable stuff. Still, I'm a big fan of tech and coding.
And a secret medical nerd.
Yes, I'm super interested in the medical field and aviation. I also write, play badminton, listen to music, and binge random YouTube videos when I'm not pretending to be productive.
I can confirm the YouTube part.
Your turn?
So, I'm Rain. I'm currently in my junior year of university, taking up a bachelor's in medical technology. I split my time between classes, playing basketball and hoping to play badminton with Gia. I am predicting that I surely will win.
We're going to have to fact check that.
I also enjoy writing, music, and chilling on YouTube. And apparently I spend way too much time in the lab.
And somehow, we both ended up here, talking into microphones. Okay, now that you know us a little better, let's make it more fun. Time for a quick game. Fun fact exchange. One random or quirky thing about each other.
All right, fun fact about Gia. She loves writing series, and honestly, she's the one who inspired me to start writing my own.
Oh, that's sweet. And true, I do love writing. It's one of my favorite ways to unwind. I'm glad it rubbed off on you.
It did. Though, let's be clear, your drafts are way more organized than mine.
That's just the librarian in me.
And did I say this already? She helps me review sometimes. I ended up passing the exam cause of her.
That's an exaggeration, but yes, I did quiz you a few times.
Quiz me? You basically turned my notes into a study guide. I'd be doomed without those review sessions.
See, writing stories and writing study guides, it all connects. Organization is my superpower.
Superpower or obsession?
Both, definitely both.
Either way, I benefited, so I'm not complaining.
Okay, my turn. Fun fact about Rain. He cannot, and I mean cannot, eat without watching something on YouTube. He's incapable of eating in silence.
That's true. Food tastes better with background commentary, okay? Food plus YouTube equals my perfect combo.
You know what? That explains why it takes you an hour to finish a 20-minute meal. But isn't that hard? Where do you place your gadget while eating?
Are you doubting my YouTube watching skills? I place my gadget on my lap. It's a hassle, but hey, I can finish my food while finishing the video. Win-win situation.
Fair enough.
Let me ask you something, though. Do you watch videos while eating, too? Be honest.
Once or twice. Yeah, but still.
See, you do watch, too. I'm not the only one who does that.
Oh, and here's one more fun fact we should probably share. Rain and I are actually dating.
Yep, since 2022. So when we say we spend a lot of time together, whether it's studying, playing badminton, or rambling into microphones, we really mean it.
Basically, this podcast is another extension of our relationship, just with an audience this time. So, let's tell them how this podcast came about. Some of you might be wondering how this podcast started. Honestly, it's been a long-time dream of mine. I love talking, connecting with people, and I've wanted a space to share the things I love without being boxed into one niche. For years, it was just a one-day idea, until one day we said, what if we recorded this? If we can keep each other entertained for hours, maybe others will enjoy it too. And that's how this podcast came to life.
It all started with our long, random, late-night conversations about everything. School, hobbies, life. And before she even had a microphone, she was already planning theme music in her head. One day, she casually said, I want to make a podcast. And 2 days later, had a document with episode ideas, music, and even the name. It quickly went from, that's a cool idea, to, okay, we're doing this. And now here we are, officially rambling into microphones.
It's pretty much like hanging out in a cozy room with two friends who just can't stop talking about the things they love, sometimes going off on random tangents. And yeah, there will be episodes where we just ramble about whatever's on our minds. Because honestly, that's where the fun happens. Think of it as a mix of fandom talk, personal stories, and a whole lot of laughter.
And that's how the Ramble Room was born, because we ramble a lot.
But we wanted it to feel like a hangout spot where listeners can feel like they're just chilling with us.
So before podcasting, what were you up to, Gia?
Aside from my studies, I used to work in the library field for a while before I decided to quit, then explored tech. I also dove into personal projects, writing, learning new skills, dabbling in aviation facts, basically being curious about everything.
And I was deep into university life, labs, exams, and balancing it with basketball games. Before this, my free time was just sports, studies, and maybe a little too much Netflix and Crunchyroll. Yes, everyone, I watch anime on Crunchyroll too. And yes, I cried during the Mugen Train arc of Demon Slayer.
Yeah, we were living our separate busy lives until this project gave us an excuse to catch up regularly. Honestly, that's one of the best parts. I feel like we've turned our random catch-ups into something creative and consistent.
Exactly. Instead of just chatting once in a while, we now have this space where we can be intentional with our conversations and share them with others.
So, Rain, how's life as a junior medical technology major?
Intense. My days start with lectures, then labs, then more labs. Favorite subject? Probably between clinical parasitology or mycology and virology. Hardest? Clinical chemistry. Definitely not a love-hate relationship. Just hate.
I get that. When I was in library and information science department, I loved all the majors. But I got jealous of the batch before me. They had programming subjects. When I entered, those were already removed, along with the qualifying exam. After I graduated, I took some free online courses from top universities, which made me decide to go back for IT. Going back for IT was a whole different challenge. Logic-based problem solving, debugging code. I think my brain still twitches when I remember that one algorithm assignment.
At least you didn't have to memorize bacteria names in Latin, Escherichia coli, and all those names. There's parasites too, fungi and viruses. I thought I can spell really well, but then microorganism names say hello.
True, but we have to memorize some rules when it comes to doing the cataloging process with our job. We do have some Latin as well, but not as much as you guys do. We should swap horror stories sometime.
Horror stories? I have one, but I won't say it because you get scared easily.
You do know me well. Let's move on to the next segment of this episode.
So, shared hobbies first. Badminton, music, YouTube, writing.
Yeah, and you've got basketball. I've got my medical and aviation interests. I think it's cool how our hobbies sometimes overlap, but also balance each other out.
Plus, it gives us more topics to ramble about here.
Exactly. One day it's sports, next day it's airplanes, then it's writing or tech. It's never boring.
And, oh, don't forget, I'm basically part vampire. Why? Because I practice taking blood samples via venipuncture. Raw, salt, garlic, and sunlight won't work on me. I am inevitable, everyone. Okay, moving on.
Another hobby we have in common is playing the Superstar Rhythm game series by Dalcomsoft. Right now, I mostly play Superstar ATs. Funny thing, I actually got into the Superstar games back in 2019 with Superstar BTS. It was released in 2018 but shut down in 2020. Then I moved on to Superstar FNC until that service ended too. Way before those, though, I was already a gamer. My first love was the Command & Conquer series on PC, especially Command & Conquer. Generals from 2003. Still one of my favorites. Meanwhile, Rain plays Superstar SM, JYP, and ATs.
Yes, I do, but I can't play on hard mode for now.
I can't even play normal mode, so teach me.
Eye and finger coordination is the key. Aside from Superstar games, I used to play Call of Duty Mobile and Honor of Kings. Both are fun, but pretty stressful when teammates start throwing or trolling.
Wow, you play a lot of games. Gamer alert.
Is sleep a hobby too? Because we sleep a lot, especially me since I'm always tired.
I don't think sleep is a hobby, but yeah, we really do sleep a lot.
As for me, the reason I sleep so much is my schedule at school. Being a medical technology student takes up almost all my time, so when I finally get a break, I just crash.
That makes sense. For me, I sleep a lot too, but it's more because of how much I overthink and multitask. My brain feels like it's running in 10 directions. So when I finally stop, I just crash. Sleep becomes my reset button. All right, that's our first ramble officially wrapped. Thanks for hanging out with us.
If you had fun with us today, don't forget to follow or subscribe so you won't miss what's next. And seriously, we'd love to hear from you. Drop us a message, comment, or even just say hi.
And stick around for episode 2, How We Fell into the K-pop Rabbit Hole. We'll share how it all started for us, the groups that pulled us in, and yes, a little fangirl fanboy chaos along the way. Plus, we'll be joined by 4 special guests. Warning, it might trigger some flashbacks for you too.
It's going to be a fun one you won't want to miss. Until then, keep rambling, everyone.
And remember, when in doubt, just ramble it out.